I'm about to put this little black cherry pink princess that I've had forever that's suffered quite a bit. As you can see, I cut off part of the stem there and she gave me another little growth there. So I'm gonna put her in a bigger pot. This is not a pot. These actual cups that I found, and they're clear so I can still see the roots, see what's going on. But gonna keep her in pond because she's been doing good in pond. So hopefully we can grow this out from a little seedling into a real plant. Okay, here we go. Black cherry pink princess. Let's see, these two guys, Rosita cuttings, very well rooted in the soil there. But I want to convert them to pond, put them in pond together. However, I want to make sure they're well watered first. Might even take them out of this and soak them in water for a couple of days so they can get used to that, and then put them in pond. They were going to go with the other one that I already did. But I decided to keep them separated. Yeah, I just think they'll do better in pond. I don't know. Seem to dry out real fast in the soil. Okay, what else do I have here? This one is the variegated lacanosa. Look at those tiny little leaves there. Can you see that? Right there. It's so adorable. But anyway, I want to work this little vine here, since there are aerial roots right there, into one of these. I'm going to put it in one of these just to give it room to grow. I like to get the base of it nice and full. I keep doing it. I'm a little too fast with the pond today. Anyway, let's see. Not much of a root system here yet, but I think it'll be fine. So what I'll do is keep the water level high so that the rest of the plant can continue to root up inside of here. So I just got to figure out how to work this in here where I don't break the vine. I don't know if I told you guys this. I've been adding a little perlite to my pond. So it's going to be something like this. So let me hope you can see I changed the angle from the first repotting I did. Okay. Yeah, I'd like to see a nice full pot before it starts trailing for me. So just like I do with my pothos, I like to work the little vines back into the pot to have a nice full pot before we get all that trailing and all going. And it seems like the Lepinosas and Cornianas, they grow really fast, so it should take pretty quickly. I'm just going to be careful not to break that vine. Just use this little thing. I think I'm going to build it up a little bit more here on this side. Hope you can see. I keep trying to find different angles for you guys to see what I'm doing. One day I'll get a camera and have it set up on a tripod so that I can impulsively film without having to get everything together and hook up the phone. You know how that is. A lot of planning that goes into filming. So hopefully this will be posted before New Year's Eve. So I want to take a moment to wish you guys the best in the new year. May God bless you with all you desire. Okay, so I think that's good enough. I don't want to pin that down too much, but just enough for some of the aerial roots to get into the pond. And I'm going to keep the water level nice and high for a while. Keep an eye on it and keep it right under the lights. Maybe put it back into the prop box too to encourage more rooting. But yeah, I was looking at these little vessels and I was thinking, you know, I can bump these up a size, and this is like the perfect size. I just bought these at, I don't know where it was. I think maybe it was Food Line or Giant crystal clear cups. I thought they were the perfect size. So here we go. I think they are, and you can still see the roots underneath. Okay. Let's see what's next on the agenda. Sorry guys, I'm off. It's hard for me to stay in frame. Get intrigued with what I'm doing. Let me angle you up a little. Okay, so I found a few more things that I want to get potted up. Let's see. This has been rooting in fluval strata. It's Croniana Splash. It's coming from the side of the plant that's more green, but still has a little bit of splash here and there. But I kind of like it. I mean, it's okay. I don't mind that it's green, but I'm going to give it more room to grow. It's been in stratum for a while, so it's time. And I am saving, you see my little pile here. I do save and try to reuse this. I don't know if I have room there. Let's see if I can toss this in here. It's good to wait for the stratum to dry out. Easier to get it off the roots. Than when it's wet. When it's wet, it's a little harder to deal with. Okay, let's just do this right here. When it's dry, you can just kind of tap it a little bit and it falls right off. I'm not going to try to get every little bit off the roots. Can you see that? Yeah, I don't think it's going to hurt anything if there's some stuck to the roots. I'm going to put this in ponds, so it's not much different. I mean, it's different, but it's not. It's not like when you transition something from soil. It tastes better if it's in stratum and then you put it in pond. I find that it seems to take pretty easily. Okay, guys, bear with me. Okay, put this up. I'm right-handed. Maybe next time I'll flip the camera around to the left side of me so you can see everything I'm doing. Okay, these are holding together pretty well. If you watched earlier and saw me struggling with the Rosita cuttings, trying to spread them out. I'll show you something in a minute what I did when I was trying to root up another set of leaves on my Calistophylla. Stay there. Okay. I'll tell you what, I love these Cronianas. Sometimes you have to watch. You got to really look at those little leaves, because if you go too long without watering, those little dehydrated leaves, it seems like sometimes it's hard to get it to bounce back. So this is why I like using pond, and no holes in this little vessel, so that I have a little reservoir of water in there and I could see when it needs to be topped off. I tell you what, I am definitely finding self-watering and what do they call this? Semi-hydroponic? I don't know. I'll have to look up the terms. I want to use it properly. It's hydro, that's all water. And I think semi-hydro is this type of, I could be wrong. Comment below if you know for sure. Break it down for me. But I am liking, I find it much easier, especially because my collection's getting bigger. Ooh, didn't mean to do that. It's all right. Here we go. Isn't that cute? These little cups are going to come in handy. They're cheaper than some of the clear pots you order online. And being that I want to start more and more propagation so I could start selling. Hopefully by spring I can start selling some little plants. But I want to grow them and root them well before I put them out there for sale. Look at this. This is what I realized. I've had this since Rachel. Thank you, Rachel, for sending me this. It's still alive. It's still going strong. But as you can see, these little leaves are so small. So I'm going to finally pot this up. It's been in fluval stratum forever since you sent. I think it was a year ago. About a year, maybe a little under a year. Rachel from Lots of Pots was kind enough to send me some little goodies. I also have string of turtles that I need to do the stain here. So let's give these guys a little pot to grow in. So cute. I have my string of everything over there that I have in my collection. They're doing good. I was a little intimidated at first and thought I'd kill them off, but I find I pretty much ignore them, and then every now and then give them some water and keep them in the window so they get light from outside. Not direct sunlight, not right now at least. Very little afternoon light hits that window right now because of change of season, but that window can get pretty bright in the spring and summer to fall, early fall months. All right. I tell you, I love fluval. Look at that. Can you guys see that? The little rhizomes? There's two of them in there. I'll try to turn this around. You can see the other one? Can you see that in there? That's pretty cool. I think I was always intimidated by this because of these delicate little leaves, and look at the roots too. But definitely gonna grow these in this in the string of turtles that Rachel sent me as well. I'm gonna put them in pond, see how they do. They're doing so well in the stratum. I don't see why they wouldn't do well in pond. And what I'm going to do with the vining part is just pin it back on top of the surface and let it root up and do its thing, get nice and full up top. And then it can start to trail all at once. But I love the variegation on this. So adorable. I think I may head to one of the nurseries this afternoon. If I do, I'll definitely film. I know I can get like another pot of this variegated out at Thanksgiving Farms. I know they have them there. So yeah, I'm just going to work this little vine back around like so. Just, around the top. Maybe pin them down a little, although I don't even think I need to, honestly. These plants seem to root very well on their own. So yeah, I'm just going to lay everything right in there and water it. Keep the water level high for a little bit, and then we'll see what happens. Not too high, but I'll monitor it. I don't want the plant to suffer. Yeah, I'll just keep it right over there on my desk to keep an eye out on these things. I knew I had quite a few repotting things to do, but I've been putting it off because of the holiday and just realized, it's time. Okay, let's put this aside. Watch me knock it over. I better do better. Let's secure that first because I'm forever knocking over stratum and it's a real pain to clean up. All right, let me clean this up a little bit. I'll be right back. Okay, so here's my Calistophylla. So what I did when I put these in here, this plant was kind of not looking good. The leaves started feeling funny shortly after I got it. So I took it out of the substrate and I don't remember what it was in. I don't remember. I'll have to go back and look. But anyway, I took it out and chopped off the roots, got rid of the roots, and re-rooted this directly in pond. So what I want to do is just give it more room because as you can see, I wasn't thinking and some of these leaves are blocking light from the other. So I just want to spread it out more, give it more room to grow and get light. All the leaves should get light. So that's the plan here. So I don't know what the weather is like where you guys are, but the sun is out after so many days of rain. I'm like thrilled. And we're having some mild weather here in Maryland, so I definitely want to get a walk in, while I can. Also decided to rejoin a gym this year. I don't know, though I still, with everybody getting sick these days, I still get a little bit weirded out being in a crowded place to work out. But I really need to get back into a gym. I love walking outside, but unfortunately right now there's days here and there, but I want to be consistent with working out. I'm getting older, not younger, and want to stay fit as possible. So here you can see what I'm trying to do. Okay, guys, let me put some of that back. This rooted pretty well for the short time I've had it in the pond. I mean, they're delicate little roots on hoyas, but for the short amount of time I had it in there, it's doing pretty well, I think. And I'm glad I didn't lose this plant. I was really upset when I saw that it was starting to decline. I have no idea why, but whatever. It's okay now. Day by day, guys. The experiment continues. Let's try to do a little bit of that. What do you think? A little crisscross. Or am I going to find myself in that same dilemma? Okay. Let's put this one on the other side. So do you guys have resolutions? I don't really believe in resolutions. I feel like every day you should have. Not just because it's the beginning of a new year, but we should always be trying to live better, do better. Not just wait for the beginning of the year to start fresh. We always slip off a little bit with our habits probably, but don't beat up on yourself. Just pick up and carry on from there. So I don't know, what do you think? Is that better so that everything can get equal light? I hope so. All right. I need more water. I'll be right back. All right, there we go. Callista Phylla, you got more breathing room. Okay, this one, Black Mint, needs more space as well because the mother plant is really growing. And I just want to give this one a little bit more room as well. I really like these. I'm definitely going to go back and get some more. Definitely like these. Isn't that adorable? Can you see the little baby leaves? How they come in with the croniana shape. But yeah, look how well it rooted. And fluval. Yeah, I'm gonna try to clean the fluval. I just use some boiling water and, you know, rinse it. I reuse it until it starts like breaking apart. Or maybe I could just pour some, I don't know. Do you guys reuse your fluval stratum, and how do you sterilize it? Wow. Wait till you see this little root system. Look at that. It's pretty impressive. If I can find the date that if I recorded when I did this, I could give you an idea how little time it's been since I put it in stratum. Oh, shortly before I did the trade, I think, with Latina Plants, Jackie. It was shortly before that, because I remember sending her a rooted plant. I think I had a rooted set of cuttings. Yeah. But so shortly before that, that wasn't that long ago, right? Not long at all. Oh, oh. Okay. You know, it wouldn't be a plant chore day without a mess, would it? This pond is very precious. We can't be losing any of that on the floor. Okay, I'm not centered. Let's see if I can, you know, this always happens. Okay, let's try this. Anyway, I'm trying to scoop this up. Not wasting any of this stuff. So you want to be careful not to bury the leaves too deep, because pond really does hold on to water really well. You don't want to rot out your little leaves. Try not to, at least. kind of in touch with the top of the, I don't know. It's going to look wild for a while until it fills in. But I'm not worried. This plant is a very fast grower. All right. Look at this. Let me go find the. Be right back. I hope you enjoyed this repot. Part 2 will be coming out soon. Stay tuned, guys, and thanks for watching.